Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to online class of Rainbow International Educational Institute Shopian. This is Zaid sir, mathematics, and today we will discuss lines and angles for class 9th. I have listed important points which we will discuss. First of all, introduction to lines and angles. Then, what's linear pair action? How are vertically opposite angles equal? And then we will discuss few examples with you people. So let us start. I am starting this topic. First of all, I have written the name of the chapter, lines and angles. It belongs to geometry, which you people know the definition. It's geo means earth and metry means measurement. So long ago, geometry was first of all used for earth measurement. That's why we called it earth measurement. So lines and angles we will discuss. First of all, I will start the basic concept of what's a line. When we will see a line is actually a set of continuous points. It is set of continuous points which extend forever in both directions. Set of continuous points which extends forever in both directions. A bit more about line. Actually, when points get connected, but important thing is continuously without breakage, they form a line. And this line has some properties. It extends. We can extend this line. So whenever we are denoting a line, we use an important symbol. Denoting a line, we use an important symbol like this, an arrow. This shows that it can be extended in both directions. Now, line is, it does not have a definite length. First property of it does not have definite length, no definite length this line can have, and we can extend in both directions. Can extend it in both directions. After this line, we have got another important aspect, that's line segment. This is line segment. Well, now this is line segment. Line segment is actually part of a line. It's part of a line and it's a special character. It is bounded by, part of a line bounded by two end points. When we have discussed, it is part of a line bounded by two end points, so it will have a definite length irrespective of line which does not have a definite length. This line segment has a definite length. Now these lines will also intersect with each other, as here these two lines, they have got a point in common and they are called intersecting lines. Suppose this is line L and this is line M. These two lines, they are called intersecting lines, and two or more lines can intersect. For example, if there are three. Now these three lines L, M and N have intersected, and this point is of importance. When three lines intersect, this point is called point of concurrence. This is point of concurrence. So this was the introduction, a bit of an introduction about lines. Now I am going towards what are angles. Angles are also an important entity in geometry. Angle, we say that rotation of an axis with respect to another. Rotation of an axis with respect to another. As you see, there are three hands in a clock and they all move with respect to each other. Precisely this second hand clock, second hand that moves very much faster and that continuously makes angles with respect to the minute hand and the hour hand. We can get the concept from that, as you have got your wristwatch with you. Now angles are of so many types. First of all, an angle which is from 0 up to 90 degree. From 0 degree but less than 90 degree. From greater than 0 and less than 90, that's got a special name, it's called acute angle. Simply. Second, if the angle is exactly 90 degree, it also has a special name, it's called right angle. Another type of angle, which is if the angle is greater than 90 degree, but it is less than 180, it's called obtuse angle. And if we are having an angle exactly 180 degree, then it's got a special name, it's straight angle. It is straight angle. If the angle is greater than 180 but less than 360, it's called a reflex angle. And if angle is exactly 360 degree, it's called a complete angle. These are types of angles on the basis of measurement. Now, angles too can combine as lines. For example, this is a figure, and on this figure, how many angles? 2 angles are formed. When these 2 angles, we can clearly say that if it is line AB and there is a ray O, let us name it as C. Clearly, as you can see, 2 angles are formed here in this figure, and these 2 angles are called adjacent angles. Why adjacent? Because in these 2 angles we have got a common arm. This is the common arm, as I am naming these 2 angles, angle AOC and angle BOC. Clearly you can see that the vertex is common, both the angles are formed at point O, and they have got a common arm. OC is common in both. OC is the common arm of the angles. So 2 angles which are having common vertex and a common arm, they are called adjacent angles. Now their sum can be anything. It can be 90. If the sum of 2 adjacent angles or any 2 angles is 90 degree, if sum of 2 angles is 90 degree, then they are called complementary, as you have studied in your earlier classes. Sum of 2 angles is equal to 90 degree, that is called complementary. And if the sum is 180 degree, then they are called supplementary. These are, in a figure, angles can be adjacent and they can be opposite. Now, what about opposite angles? Which 2 angles are called opposite angles? Okay. Now, again, with the help of a figure, I would like to illustrate. Here, 2 lines have intersected, and they have intersected at point O. Here, 4 angles are formed. I will name them 1, 2, 3 and 4. Clearly, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles as they have this common arm and a common vertex. Now, what about 1 and 3? 1 and 3 are called opposite angles and vertically opposite because they are having common vertex. These 2 angles are having common vertex and they are having no common arm. No common arm. When two angles are having a common vertex and they are having no common arm, they are called vertically opposite angles. Now, there is importance of these angles, as the third topic mentioned here is linear pair. As you know that linear means on a line and pair means 2. This is linear pair, and in class 9 there is a linear pair axiom in the book available. First of all, this word axiom is important. Axiom means a mathematical statement which is accepted without any proof, or which you will accept a mathematical statement which you can explain using examples. I would like to explain it a bit more. Whenever you will draw a line, and on this line clearly it forms a straight angle, the sum of angle at any point. Here, there 2 angles are formed. and I am naming these two angles. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is O. These two angles which are formed on a line at a point is important, because on this line you can form numerous number of angles. So many, infinite number of angles, because at every point you can draw. I can draw another ray here. I don't need it, so I am going to erase it. Now, two angles are formed. Clearly it is a straight angle and it is bifurcated into two. When sum of two angles on a line formed is 180 degree, then these two angles are called linear pair angles. And we can in other words say that linear pair angles are those angles which are formed on a line at a point, and when their sum is 180, then they are called linear pair angles. And there is another action that's called converse action. If the sum of two angles is 180, if sum of two angles is 180 and their non-common arms form an angle, form a line, then they are called also linear pair. You can clearly see it. There is a common arm OC and there are two non-common arms OA and OB. When these two angles form a linear pair, clearly these non-common arms OA and OB, they clearly form a line. This was all about linear pair action. So when we will solve this example, we will use this action to solve our examples. How? If two angles are formed on a line, their sum will always be equal to 180. Okay. Now there is another important topic which we will discuss. That's vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. In your earlier classes, you might have used this action in so many examples, and today I am going to prove it. How vertically opposite angles are equal. I am going to prove it. Clearly you can see that AB, CD are two lines. They have intersected at a point O, and four angles are formed. Name it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when we see that these 1 and 3, they are vertically opposite angles. 2 and 4, they are vertically opposite angles. 1 and 2, they form a linear pair because AOB is a line. Clearly, 1 and 4, they form a linear pair because COD is a line. Now, there is a theorem available in your book which I am going to prove here. So, first of all, I would like to define this word theorem. And this theorem, we called it's a mathematical statement which is proved using established truths. For example, linear pair action, it's an established truth. We have accepted and we have proved it using examples. So, we will use these actions, postulates, to prove this theorem. Now, here, what is my theorem? Theorem is vertically opposite angles are equal. In your earlier classes, you might have listened it, but I am going to prove it. So, I am giving you the proof. First of all, I have to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. For your ease and comfort, I have named these angles, otherwise I could have written AOD angle, AOC angle, COB angle, BOD angle. I made it very much comfortable for you. Clearly, as you can see that angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180. Okay, come on to the figure. This is angle 1, this is angle 4. Their sum will be 180. Why? Because clearly you can see that angle 1 and angle 4 form a linear pair as COD is a line, and on line COD two angles are formed. Their sum will be 180. I am using linear pair action. Okay, and I am naming this as equation number 1 of mine. Okay. Second, we can clearly see that 4 and 3 they also form a linear pair as AOB is a line. So angle 4 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Again, it's a linear pair action. By linear pair action, I am named this equation as equation number 2. Now, using these two equations, using equations 1 and 2, I get what I get from here. You can see that clearly the right hand sides of both the equations are equal. So their left hand sides too will be equal, as Euclid is saying, things which are equal to the same thing are equal to each other. Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to each other. So my angle 1 plus angle 4 will be equal to angle 4 plus angle 3. We can clearly see there is angle 4 and angle 4 on both sides. Same quantity, having same magnitude and same sign on two sides, the equation gets cancelled out. So what's left? Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Okay, come on to the figure. Is angle 1 and angle 3? They are vertically opposite angles. So I have proved it. Now, there can be doubt, so I am going to prove 1 and 2 and 4 as well. So let us see. I have first equation of mine is angle 1 and angle 4 is 180. Linear pair action, it's clear. Now, I can similarly write, here I am using this portion of the board here. It's angle 1 plus angle 2 is also 180. Here, if this is angle 1 and this is angle 2, AOB is a line. Their sum will be 180 because they are at a point on a line. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180. Again, I am using linear pair action. And I am naming this equation of mine as equation number 3. Using equation first and third, I get. When I am using equation 1 and 3, you can clearly see it. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 4. As their right hand sides are equal, so their left hand sides too will be equal. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 4. This angle 1 and angle 1 gets cancelled out. My angle 2 is equal to angle 4. So I have proved that those vertically opposite angles 1 and 3, 2 and 4, they are equal. Now, what we will do in examples? We will not prove it everywhere, we will just use it. And with the help of these vertically opposite angles, this vertically opposite angle theorem and this linear pair action, we will try to solve our examples. My first example is here. We'll discuss an example. So this is our example which we will solve out here. In this example, we can see that AOB is a line and it is intersected by another line COD. So these are two lines, they have intersected at this point. This is their common point, point O, and there is a ray OE. So you can clearly see it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 lines are commutated. And we are given something is given to us. The question is saying these two lines have intersected. When these two lines have intersected, what's given? Angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. Angle AOC and angle BO is equal to 70 degree and angle BOD is equal to 40 degree. I will explain it in the figure 2. First of all, let me write it. And what we have to find? We have to find that we have to find angle BOE and we have to find reflex of angle COE. As earlier I have mentioned it, we'll use just two. Either we'll use linear pair action and we'll use vertically opposite angles. First of all, let me illustrate this, what's given in the question in the figure. As you can see that angle AOC and BOE is equal to 70 degree. I can see from the figure AOC this angle which I have put a red dot in, and BOE this angle. Their sum is 70 degree, but you are not sure how much angle AOC is equal to and how much angle BOE is equal to. You can't take it 35. Okay, so don't get confused. The sum of these two angles is 70. Okay, now another angle is given to me, angle BOD. This angle of mine is given and it is 40 degree. I will put here 40. Okay, now how I will prove it? I am writing the proof. To me, what is given is angle AOC and BOE is 70 and angle BOD is 40 degree. What I have to prove? First of all, I have to find this angle BOE. Angle BOE is to be found and COE is reflex. First of all, I have to find COE, then I can find the reflex of this question. First of all, from the figure it is clear that lines AB and CD intersect at point O. When two lines intersect, vertically opposite angles are formed. See from the figure, this is the point of intersection. This angle and this angle, they are vertically opposite angles because they have a common vertex and non-common arms. Let us, for a second, move it off. Okay, you can get a clear picture. It is these two angles are vertically opposite angles. If this angle is 40 degree, clearly this will be 40 because vertically opposite angles are equal. We proved the theorem just now. Lines AB and CD intersect. Angle AOC will be equal to angle BOD. It's clear from the figure because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now, if AOC is equal to BOD, we are given BOD is 40 degree. So therefore, angle AOC is also equal to 40 degree. Again, now we have the value of AOC. What we need to find is angle value of angle BOE. Clearly, angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. AOC we have got already is 40 degree plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. What we need to do? Just substitute the value of AOC. That's what I did. This implies angle BOE is equal to 70 degree minus 40 degree. How minus? Because there is transposition, and in transposition a value when shifted to other side changes to sign. If it is plus, it will become minus. If it is multiple, it will become divided. Okay, so I have found the value of BOE. Angle BOE is equal to 30 degree. There are the two values. Now let us check. We are given that AOC plus BOE is 70. If you can see that AOC is 40, BOE is 30. What is 40 plus 30? Is 70. We have got it. It's exactly correct. Now we need to find angle COE. At point O, you can clearly see at point O. At point O, three angles are formed. Clearly, these three angles are formed and they form a line. On a line at a point, as many as angles will be formed, their sum will be 180. Now, if they are 2, they are called a linear pair. If they are 3, 4, 5 up to infinity, they are called simply linear angles. So, three angles are formed. Which one? Angle AOC is formed plus angle COE is formed plus angle BOE is formed. And their sum will be 180. The reason will be linear angles, not pair at the moment because they are 3. It would have been pair if they would have been only 2. So, now I have got a value of AOC, I am substituting. Substituting value of angle AOC and angle BOE. It is clear? AOC is 40, it is 40 degree, plus COE is unknown still, so we will write it as COE, plus BOE is 30 degree and their sum is 180. Now there are two entities, which we can add 40 and 30. They together combine 70 plus unknown value of COE, that's 180. Now my angle COE is equal to 180 degree minus 70 degree transposition rule, and we have got the value, it is 110 degree. Okay, now we were asked to find the reflex of COE. We don't need COE, we need reflex of COE. Now we have already defined reflex angle means an angle whose measure is more than 180 but it is less than 360. Now I would like to explain it from the figure. As you can see that this is angle COE. I am putting a blue dot in it. This is the blue dot. This is my angle COE. As you can see that at this point, a complete angle is formed, and the sum of complete angle is 360 as per the definition. Now, what is the reflex of COE? This is COE. It is reflex means the whole angle without COE. जब हम COE को काटेंगे ना इस पूरे complete angle से, तो हमें क्या मिल जाएगा? Reflex of COE. So, what is reflex of COE? So, reflex of angle COE is equal to a complete angle 360 degree when subtracted with angle COE. So I got the value of COE. The reflex of COE is 360 degree minus the value is 110. So we have got the answer. The reflex of COE is 250 degree. That's the example. And using these two, linear pair axiom and vertically opposite angles, you can solve the whole exercise which is available in your book, exercise 5.1. You don't have to do anything extra. Just use these two axioms, you will get the solution. So you will try at your home, and if you find difficulty, we will provide you more lectures like that. Thank you, and Allah bless you.